Why, Charlie? Why'd you do it for? Were you stupid?
Why?
Oh my goodness.
We're so disappointed. No, where's the spray bottle?
Someone has lost their way.
No. I know.
Luckily-
Now everyone's losing their way and lost.
I think Kate needs that squirt bottle. That's
Yeah.
That's
I mean, all of them. I mean, I'm so disappointed in Sawyer. I'm disappointed really in Charlie to actually hurt Son, to hurt someone in your group. Especially, not even especially, but Son, come on. Like, she is so sweet. She hasn't done anything wrong to anyone.
She does is
and
help
she
people.
works and she helps people and she has a garden to feed people. And that was just awful just to get back at Locke and Sawyer to get back at Jack, who saved your life. Like, what? I mean, they have these petty reasons to go after them.
And it's a crazy, unless he's actually thinking for the overall, everyone's fighting over the guns. Maybe that was just his way to make everyone just like calm down. We all have to work together. We have two groups now, two different groups. We all have to be as one. And I don't know. I can't think of any rational way why he would do this. It just seems so absurd. I mean, everyone, he's reaching his goal of everyone hating him. That's for sure.
I know, because once he told Charlie, like, oh, well, I thought I was the most hated, now you are. But, oh, now you're number one again, apparently.
Charlie's not too far behind.
Yeah.
That's right.
I mean, he likes to hurt himself because he regrets on what he did in the past. Like, you can tell that he really was pained by it and he had to still follow through with it. But to still, like, torture yourself over it and hurt others over it, like, it's just terrible. And just a bad decision with the guns now, if Sawyer did move them, even having them outside of that gun safe that they had. It's more out of control, and the others have more control over the island. So I don't know. I just feel like more people are going to stumble across the guns, and Sawyer's one guy with the guns out in the open. You have a big island, but I'm sure something or someone's going to stumble across those guns, and they're going to lose all their defense.
It's going to go in the wrong hands,
Yeah, or go in the wrong hands. Or everyone's going to find them and go on a shooting spree because everyone's mad at each other. You never know. So it's
But that
just
Charlie
awful
also has his
all around.
heroin back, too.
And he said it wasn't about the heroin. It was just about revenge on Locke.
Yeah, he still has the heroin.
He still has it. Right. What's he going to do?
So if it wasn't about the heroin, why'd you take it back for?
Yeah. Just to
have
prove
it there to prove, maybe.
See, I can do this.
Look what I got.
Yeah, because Locke took that away from him, so he wants to make it his choice. I'm hoping that's why. And not to just have it as a just-in-case kind of thing.
You know what Locke didn't take away from him?
What?
The fact that I'm Tom.
Storm.
Kimmy.
Hi, guys.
Don't forget it.
Don't forget
That's right.
it. And you guys know that we have full reactions. So if you want to check our links below, you can check out videos early. And anything you do there really helps our channel grow. And we also have merchandise as well. So if you want to check that out. Merchandise.
That's right.
So shall we get into one of them?
That's
a good title. What does that mean? Go.
I had suspicion in the last episode that Ana Lucia might have made a deal with them, the others.
Yeah,
but
I hope not.
Maybe it was something to do with Michael.
Maybe
one of them is going to come out and say.
Or maybe one of them was the one.
Is one of them now.
Or maybe who he thought was Walt on the computer is one of them.
Maybe. Ooh, so many theories again. I don't know. I'm gonna think that Walt is actually one of them, as like, oh, they took care of me. It's okay, and I don't know.
Oh man, doesn't sound good.
No. 214.
Get rid of all those files.
Who's in charge here?
He's not gonna say him. He's gonna point to Sayid.
Oh, he's still shooting. He's gonna get.
God help me, he's dead.
He left 2 hours ago.
Your English is good, Abdul. But you're lying.
What?
Still scary.
And that ain't so good.
You do any translating? Formally, no. In fact, you know what formally means. We're good.
Where's Jack?
Why?
Oh, what happened now?
Go back, Ana Lucia. And don't tell anyone what you saw.
Because he doesn't want to scare anyone.
No communication again.
It's a trap. You don't know. She might be leading you away. Hi. Gotcha.
What are you doing here, Danielle?
Trust nothing.
Where are we going? You said you were looking for me.
She never says a word.
Plan. To hide in the woods?
You arrived to warn us the others were coming, which they weren't. In fact, it was a diversion to kidnap Claire's baby. So pardon me for not trusting you.
Take this.
It's not loaded.
Okay.
قل لأمه عنزة.
Oh.
راح تقدر على كم واحد منهم قبل ما يقتلوك.
What's he saying?
He says he does not know.
Okay, you had your chance.
He has all these pillows too. Thanks.
You hear that frog? You wanna help me find it?
So I'm going fishing.
What, we ain't friends anymore? What do you got there, Rerun?
Nothing.
Oh, Jesus. Oh.
Yeah, well, you
He
got
had
a
his own
spot of nothing on your chin there.
Please, dude, you can't tell.
What, you stole food from the group? Now, why would I want to do that?
Come on, man, please.
Come help me find my frog.
Tell you what, you help me find that thing, you can keep right on ranch dipping. Got a deal?
What is that for, Danielle?
Archery.
Sayid, listen.
Why'd you?
It's not Michael, is it? Doesn't
It
look
does
Michael.
sound like Michael.
Oh, is he trapped? Oh, yeah. Oh, maybe it's not Michael.
It's one of them.
I have no idea what she's talking about. Please just cut me down.
I
My
bet
name is
he is
Henry
one of
Gale.
them.
I'm from Minnesota.
I'm going to cut him down.
Don't.
It's a trap. Uh-oh. Oh, she's gonna shoot
do
him.
you
She's gonna
trust?
shoot him.
Right in his butt. Holy shit! Went right through his chest?
Jeez.
Wow, it's strong.
Good aim.
You could have killed him.
If you wanted to kill him, I would have killed him.
Huh.
And then what?
Wow, it's kind of close to his
Don't.
heart.
I
As I recall, that is what you do.
I kind of believe her.
do too, but they could have agreed just to tie him up right off the bat instead of
And
putting
gag
an
him
arrow
or
through
something.
him.
You know him too.
I want to talk to you about your buddy before he took over command of your intelligence unit.
He sounds like the twins in
Head of a
Invincible.
chemical warfare battalion
Yeah, he
in the
does.
north.
He's also in Shawshank. He's in a
Personally
lot of stuff.
supervised the use of sarin gas. Innocent women. Children.
It's awful.
Tariq will never talk to you.
That's why you're gonna have to make him talk to you.
Are you gonna make him torture him?
Come out here.
Looks higher up now.
Who are you?
Henry Gale. A balloon. We were trying to cross the Pacific.
I don't know if I believe it.
At least untie my arms.
What the hell's going on here?
Rousseau trapped him in the jungle.
This is how people get killed in scary movies.
Looking for a tree frog.
Oh.
Fat, 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 fat. You think I don't know that? These people like me. Find the damn frog by yourself.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's gonna hurt.
The real problem is there's no way we can be sure he's telling the truth.
Oh, there's a way.
That is not necessarily true.
And then flashback to what he did.
So how long, John? To change the combination?
Couple minutes tops.
Then I suggest you get started.
I know, it's
It's
like,
back to that armory again.
Yep.
I say we put him in the armory. Secure.
Better to err on the side of safety.
Yeah. Deacon Sawyer slams the door.
He's locking himself in there.
هيخلوك تحكي وياي لوحدك هسه.
OMG. Oh my god.
ما راح تتجرد
What a tooth.
انت راح تتبع اوامري مثل اوامر الضابط.
المعلومات مش مهمة لك.
Ooh.
So many places.
Nose.
You put that.
He's buried in a field 4 kilometers from here. I can take you there.
Whoa, the blood on him.
Sayid, answer me!
Jack. Why isn't this combination working, John?
God, just fighting amongst each other.
You said you've been here for 4 months.
Either it's really innocent or
You said you came to this island 4 months ago, yes?
Where am I?
I did things I wish I could erase from my memory. Things which I never thought myself to be capable of. You want to know who I am?
You don't want to know.
There's probably a ton of them.
Oh shit.
Who grabbed it? Don't kill it, don't kill it.
Kind of reminds me of a turtle I once had. He ran off when I was 10. Well, that's what Mom said. The kind of thing she...
Piss on him.
Why don't I take him? Far from here.
Crush.
There's a
He's my pet.
He's gonna kill it. Oh, he crushed it, he did!
Oh.
Wow. Yeah, and then...
Ooh.
Wow.
Oh, that was just one that ruined. Okay.
Jack, I know this is...
Shut up.
Oh my god, they're fighting, I hate it.
Where are the pliers?
Tell me about this balloon. Why would you travel in that way?
Because I was rich, because... I guess I'm thinking of things in the past tense now. How's that for optimism?
Give me your hands.
Oh god.
Give me your hands.
Because when he said "were," I was rich. It's too quick to be past tense.
How deep did you dig the grave?
I don't
He's
remember.
crying.
You would remember.
I don't remember. It's 3
You would
weeks ago.
remember how deep.
Oh, he's
You
thinking
would
of
remember
Shannon.
every shovelful.
Did you lose someone here on the island? Did you lose someone too?
He's trying to connect. Snap.
It was an accident.
I don't know, I keep going back and
Jeez.
forth. He might be telling the truth. I mean, it sounds far-fetched, but a lot of things are on this island.
Jack.
See, that happens
Tell
too.
the truth.
I want you to tell me the truth.
Open the door.
Oh God. Time's a ticking.
You talked me into pushing that button once, John.
Come
But
on,
it's yours
Jack.
now.
Jack, you want to see what's gonna happen?
Come on.
Let's just see what's gonna happen.
No way. Then, Jack, you get that then. Oh, you didn't
No
get it on
shit.
time.
Are all the bunkers opening?
Oh.
Oh.
He is one of them.
Yeah? Did he tell you that?
I believe he is.
Then how do you know?
Forgotten. What? That you were strung up by your neck and left for dead?
Yeah.
Don't let it.
Tell me,
Come on,
Charlie.
Charlie.
Sure.
Have you forgotten?
Man, it was like meant to be.
Jeez.
Like that conversation
Yeah,
so
my
close to
side.
home. He's like, oh crap, do you know? Do you know? Wow, I just seen Sayid's story all the time, and I just feel so bad with what he went through and what he was forced to do.
Yeah.
And how he just lets loose on that guy. But so what do you think? Do you think that guy was definitely one of the others or just an innocent guy?
I do. I mean,
He's another.
Sayid's right though. I mean, after what he just went through with Shannon, after you bury somebody, you remember, how far down you had to go, and you remember every little detail about it.
Yes, every step of the way, and how you
And
felt.
it's a painstaking memory that you'll just won't forget.
Yeah, and just hearing him break down doing that and actually explaining detail for detail. Like you would remember exactly every dig, every piece of dirt.
It's still
or
very
something.
fresh in his mind because it just happened only a week or so ago. It wasn't that long ago.
Mhm.
Maybe
And for this
longer.
guy to say his wife just died 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. Being that soon, he
not
would
apples to
know.
apples.
He would know.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if it was using a shovel or using his hands or...
Yeah.
Mhm. The
I
details of it.
to be tortured like that and to just take it and try to just beg, whatever you want me to say, I'll say, and to just keep playing that part, like, that's so extreme. And we know how, you know, stealthy they are, and they are, you know, they just take people and they have full control over it. So it's scary to think that way, that they'll go this far to be tortured and not even confess anything.
Well, I think maybe there's a reason why he was captured. Maybe he was meant to be captured to see how they would react to him.
Exactly.
Or maybe it's something that Danielle is planning. Who knows? I mean,
you definitely don't know. I mean, she's great at her traps. And
I don't think she's out to hurt them, but I think she could be, you know, conning them to do something for her.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm so naive with her, because, like, she's done a lot of wrongs already, Danielle, but I do believe her in that sense where she's like, he is an other, and then just walks away and just met up with Sayid just to be like, hey.
Yeah, and if you really want to believe her for how long she's been on the island, 14 years or something like that,
16.
Crazy, 16 years. I mean, she knows the island, you know, maybe not as much as the others, but I mean, she knows that part of the island where she is, and she definitely knows that, you know, look, this guy.
And chances are, if she doesn't know him and Sayid doesn't know him, then chances are.
Right. And she knew that Sayid can take care of things, and she's like, whatever you do, he is going to lie for a long time. Do not believe him.
It's just like that, that Sayid learned that trait, you know, because he had to. He was forced to, not because he chose to.
Yes.
Not that you would choose something that gruesome, but somebody does, I guess.
Yeah. Man, I mean, like, just to know his past and, like, how tortured he is himself, you know? Like, he is a good guy, and he even said he was a good man once until everything happened and he changed.
Well, they're all kind of going down these dark paths right now. I mean, I don't even want to say Locke is, too, but, you know, Locke is listening to these people do these, you know, say these things, and he's believing them right off the bat. Like,
noticed that too.
You know, change the combination to the armory, you know, move the gun, they're coming to get them, and that kind of thing. And
I agree. I've
Charlie
noticed he's quick to just believe. Yeah.
Well, Charlie, Sawyer, Jacket is going a little crazy too, because he's pushing the limits of the
and he's losing his leadership.
They're all losing their grip on reality.
Yeah. I mean, even if you don't believe anything's going to happen, it's not your say. I mean, leader or not, like, it's not your say to put everyone else at risk just because you don't believe it. Yeah. And after seeing those symbols, like, what do they even mean? Because, yes, Locke hit it afterwards, but did it still unleash something? Did he hit it at the last possible moment before it was unleashed? Whatever it may be, because it seems like now, I mean, what do you guys think? Do you think it's actually going to make something happen, or do you think it was a bluff?
I was trying to see what the symbols were. One of them looked like a vacuum cleaner, so I doubt that's correct. We're going to clean the bunker, watch out.
You can use this next.
I'm wondering if each one of those symbols is one of the bunkers.
That's what I'm thinking. And it's going to unlock maybe multiple others.
Because that bunker that they're in could be the main bunker that controls all the rest of them, but they each could have their own, like, missile or whatever they control.
Yeah. One symbol looked like a raven to me, looked like a bird. One looked like a bone or some kind of T-shaped stick.
Yeah, or like an arrow or a knife or something like that. Yeah, we don't know, but
something was definitely powering
hopefully
up.
it didn't. None of them opened. If it was the hatches.
If it was that, or it just triggered something, maybe the sickness or something. I don't know. Because for it to go
you heard something
under zero,
powering up, and, you know, maybe something to do with that magnetic field that they have in their bunker.
Yeah.
But maybe it does release a sickness or something, or maybe there's going to be more creatures being released.
You know, and it's funny, now that we're seeing more of the others, little bits and pieces here and there, we're seeing less of the animals, like the polar bear. We're not even seeing the boar at this point. Yeah.
Smoke monster.
Except for the tree frog, it has been replaced.
Oh, God,
That
so we
was
just
the-
squish it.
The flattened one?
All right, I shouldn't tell this story, but I remember when I was young, and I won't say which one, but
I know where this is
it
going.
wasn't you, Tom. I'll say that. But I think you were with me though, and we were playing tennis outside or something, and we were not really a game.
We had
were
tennis
just,
rackets.
We had tennis rackets, and we were hitting
I don't
like
even
stones
wanna-
and stuff with it. So one of our brothers came outside, and he's like, "Oh," because I went out and I picked up a little tree frog, and I'm like, "Oh, it's so cute," or something, and he's like, "Hey," he goes, "That's cool. Can I see it?" And I'm like, "Okay." He took it. This is bad. He took it and threw it up in the air, and he hit it with a tennis racket, and it flew into the freaking woods. And I went, you know, I was like, "What the freak did you do?" But I mean, it sounds so terrible, but it was really funny at the moment because I was like, and then I just started laughing, and I'm like, "That poor frog. Hopefully, it survived."
Yeah,
But anyways,
it's not a cartoon.
I don't know if
instead.
it did or not. I mean,
I don't know, but brothers and siblings in general, but that was so long ago. But the fact that Sawyer grabbed it and squished it in his own hands, did you think he was going
if
to do
anything, drop on the ground and step on it. I mean, crushing it in your hand, that's kind of...
And for it to only bother Sawyer, it was almost back in the day when he didn't have his glasses and everything bothered him because he had a headache. And he was the only one that was bothered by it.
Mm-hmm.
And then he goes in the woods, and this is just after the episode where he took all the guns. So I was wondering if someone was trying to ploy him, you know, to get him into the woods to, you know, grab him and say, okay.
Get the guns in.
Yeah.
Find out where they are.
Okay.
I'm also a little surprised that Ana Lucia ran straight up to Sayid when she found Danielle walking through the woods.
Yeah, like she wouldn't just go up to her.
Because I mean,
she had a gun, and you know.
Yeah.
That's a good point too. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, and why just go for Sayid? Not well, he was the closest to her, but
You know, when you think about it too, because she killed Shannon. So for him to, I mean, like,
that's what I mean.
Yeah, so that is a huge thing. You're right. I didn't even like think of that.
There's a lady out there with a rifle.
But then you know, when Sayid says go back to the camp without any explanation, you know, I'll handle this. You know, she doesn't seem like the type of person who would just go, okay, bye.
Mm-hmm.
She seems like the type of person who would be like, no, I'm staying. You know,
I think maybe
I'm helping you
because of the guilt and stuff that she just wants to kind of
Leave it alone.
respect it, yeah, and just be like, okay, you know, right now. But yeah, I kind of thought that she would maybe argue a little bit, but right now I think because she's so ridden with guilt and she's just trying to play nice right now that she's just waiting. Not that she's like scheming, but I think she's just giving everyone space.
But I still want to know what the reasoning for why did Danielle like say I got somebody, I captured somebody, here you can have him.
Yeah.
And she just disappeared. She walked away and that was it.
So that part confused me because did she say she captured him? She did, right?
Oh,
yeah, because she
had something for him, and you know, for trust. Here, I give my, you know, here's my rifle, and she knows that he was a communications officer, so she knows what he's done.
Because I was thinking, which would make sense that she captured him, but I was thinking, being a trap of the others, that maybe he was placed there like it was the others' trap, and he was just placed in it to look like a victim, and then Danielle saw it and said, I have a gift for you. This guy's part of the others. I mean, maybe Danielle captured him, but it would seem like for him, I mean, unless all the others are trained to take torture, I don't know. I feel like him being in that trap, that he would be trained or just very hard to not break his story after being tortured. That I felt like the others actually placed that trap.
He still didn't technically break. I mean, he was still holding on to his story.
That's what I mean. Like he didn't break.
An arrow through him.
Yeah. So, you know, unless all the others are like that, where anyone you can trap and they won't speak, maybe they're all that tough, or maybe this guy was a specialist in that field where he knew anything could happen to him. So they're like, let's string him up here. The others did all that just to kind of lure people over to be like, oh, there's a victim. Let's go save him.
And it could be like a long con where, you know, okay, we'll have Danielle. We know Danielle's going to trap him. And we know Danielle is going to go get Sayid. So in Sayid, they're going to just mess with Sayid's mind because he's a strong, you know, he's a strong leader in his own right. Right now he's going through some stuff, but I mean, he's strong in that group. And just to play with him, oh, my wife died. It's parallel to him. And he knew that he would break Sayid. You know,
so that would make Danielle.
Sayid's already kind of broken. you know,
Right.
he mentioned he'll never do that again, and he's already done
And
it
he
twice.
did.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that would make Danielle part of the others.
Yes.
Because, you know, how would they know Sayid unless someone else is watching him to know that would break
And
him
they
or
watch.
something?
They're watching this group like you.
Yeah, well,
believe.
what if
Their
Danielle
names.
plays the role of the innocent? You know, I'm
'Cause
here
she already did
surviving
that
just like you
once.
On
guys
the
are.
bridge? Yes, play both.
I don't know.
sides.
I still
Yeah.
don't fully trust her, and I think that's why she's not part of the group.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
She's definitely a
still on her
loner.
own.
She went through a lot, and I know she did bad things in the past where we thought she was part of the others, where she grabbed the baby to exchange or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think she is standalone, I think, on her own, just doing her own thing.
Well, I
But
mean,
she could be part of the others.
When she
I don't
shot
know.
the guy with the arrow, that could make it seem more realistic. You know, too. It's like, well, she shot him. Like,
Yeah, that
there's
was
no
pretty
way.
close to the center.
And yeah,
I mean,
and
it was
she
higher
said
up
to say it.
later.
If I wanted to kill him, I would have.
Yeah, but wouldn't you say that if you wanted that guy to infiltrate them? I mean, it'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna shoot you, and hopefully I won't do it wrong.
Yeah. What a
But it makes me
crossbow
more
to have,
convincing.
too. I think she made that one. And that was, like, hard. Like, how it
Did
would
you see the
hit.
point of that arrow? That arrow was pretty solid.
Yeah, and it went straight on through, you know,
Mm.
the other side. So I was like,
Yeah,
oh, my
it did.
God. I
Oh.
mean, she's very skilled, and she's definitely a survivor after all this time. But I hope
Yeah.
she has kind of good intentions. I mean, I don't know. A lot of questions there.
I don't know either. And I think they just played her.
She might not
part
be
of it.
like out to get them, but I definitely think she has an ulterior motive as to why she's just giving this guy away to Sayid.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I
Yeah.
don't think because Saeed's not really going to relay the messages back to her. I mean, that wasn't
Right,
discussed
like
or
she
anything.
didn't leave it where I'll come back in 3 days. To see
Yeah, you tell me what you find out. No, it's just here you
Yes, I'm dying to
Yeah.
know because I would be dying to know if I was.
Mm-hmm.
go. Yeah, what'd you find out about the guy? Where's their camp? You know.
Yeah. I know so many questions again. Now, rewinding and going to Sayid talking to Charlie at the end, do you think Sayid has any idea? Like he's kind of interrogating
I don't
Charlie?
think so, but I think Charlie doesn't know that.
Now he's
So
gonna get
Charlie might be
paranoid.
having his own thoughts about it.
Mm-hmm.
And
He
I
might
think
just be
he's
saying it.
yeah, and I think he's just trying to get Charlie to remember that these others are bad,
Mm-hmm.
and we have to
People
be
are
on our
starting to
guard.
forget what they've done.
Yes,
Yeah.
to our group. Our group was okay. I mean, we might have our problems, but our group was good. These people did all these bad things to our people.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
not
Remember
safe.
that. Remember, you were hanging.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're not safe. They've done cruel things to us.
Yes.
Yeah,
They
and
killed one of the guys.
they need to be reminded of that. Yeah, I agree. And I just don't like where Locke and Jack are right now because I think they're also weak as well.
Well,
Not
they're
as strong
in
as
such
they were.
conflict with each other that they're not helping each other's situation.
Mm-hmm.
Jack almost had Locke miss the numbers, which was apparently gonna set something off.
Yeah. Which
You
I
know,
wouldn't
I mean-
risk that anyways. Like, who are you to risk everyone's life again? Like, that,
But that's just it.
believe it or not.
Jack's in control, but he wants too much control, and he wants to make his own decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless of based on what he feels, not based on logic.
Mm-hmm.
And he is a physician. On the other hand, he's a physician where, he just, the guy didn't have a life-threatening injury. I thought he did, but he didn't. And he just, fixed that. And then here he is, one of his groups, members are beating the daylights out of him to get
Well,
information.
what happened to the saying, the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
You got so many people that are relying on being safe, but yet you're putting them in jeopardy because you don't know what this button does.
Yeah.
Right.
To save one person who is most likely another.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know you want to do both, but do the button first, then go save the guy.
Yes. It was just so funny. The story was so funny too. How, hot air balloon. My wife. I was rich. It was only 4 months ago. So how do you?
He said only
like,
4 months ago.
Yeah, that's yeah.
It would
And
have been
you
like,
just-
I'm rich.
Right, I'm rich. It's 4 months is just pretty recent to be
Yeah.
stranded on an island. I mean,
it's just so crazy. I
pretty
love how
close.
they work the characters, I guess, because like we have this story that sounds even more far-fetched and we're like, that's not real, but then we're kind of like, well, maybe, I don't know. And I'm like, but it sounds so bizarre. Watch it be real. And we're like floored that he isn't part of the others. But even Locke was saying everyone that's not us is the others, right? So
that was a very good point. It's so true. They're the others. To Danielle, they're the others.
to everyone that's not part of the group. So what do you mean by that? I mean, you have these people in the woods. There could be a bunch of other parties that you're not aware of. And yeah, so all of it's not good. And what do? Do you have to torture these people? Because how do you get information out of them? And some people who get tortured, I mean, probably will say whatever you want them to say. Like he was probably
especially the others. The others seem like that they're very skilled in infiltrating and becoming part of the other people.
Yeah.
So they seem like their only way to break them would be to do what Sayid does, unfortunately.
Yeah, man, to actually be able to do that. I mean, poor Sayid, like he never wanted to do that in the first place, but
no, but this time around, he seemed like he was very willing to do so.
And he didn't even feel bad, which makes sense because I do believe it. I do
well,
believe that.
If you looked at the guy's eyes when they were closing the door again,
he almost had a smile. It looked like.
Yeah, it was kind of it was very neutral. It wasn't like if you were really an innocent person. You would have been very distraught
and
freaked
out.
Like Bernard. Like that would be a Bernard. I'm serious. I would be like Bernard. You could see like a true innocent person like Bernard.
Or when you start questioning about your wife dying and stuff, you'd be really pissed off.
Emotion,
and
yes.
Yeah.
I buried her. It was so painstaking. You'd be really freaking out back at the guy. Because it wouldn't be easy questions to answer.
Right.
Yeah, and the way that he turned around the questions, and he's like, "Here, you're asking me all these questions. Well, what about you? What's your story?" And he starts like almost interrogating back desperately. And I was like, So kind of be like, I don't know.
And what he said, what he did for a living to be so rich, he has a mining company of non-magnetic material.
Metals, yeah.
Non-metallic material, yeah.
Metallic material. Okay, that isn't magnetic.
Yeah, so he really thought that through. So maybe part of it's real too.
Maybe that's
Who
what
knows?
he's doing there.
I mean, he might have been from Minnesota. I mean, he looked like an American. I mean, he could have been at some point.
Real.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe he did come here in a hot air balloon, but it could have been back when hot air balloons were cool.
Right? Oh man, with a big smiley face.
Like
Watch him find that hot air balloon. You're right. Like maybe there's a mix where he is part of the others, but then he actually did tell part of the.
They make it into a tent or something.
Yeah. So I think we're gonna end it there, guys. Very good show. My God,
good show.
I know. So
excellent.
I don't know what Locke, if he. I guess it was starting up, whatever happened at the end, and it didn't actually go off. But I'm like, did something get released in a different bunker? But we don't know because zero hit, and then the red markers came up.
Yes, they started coming.
So
he's lucky he was still able to enter it and didn't lock him out.
Mm-hmm.
Lock out.
Don't lock out. Bye, guys. Love ya. Until next time, check out our links below.
Don't get locked out.
What's the combo?